Hello my pretties, I'm Pickles, the swellest bisexual and polyamorous man in the universe. And today, me along with my wife Charlotte Pickles, my daughter Angelica and my two friends named Fleagle and Barney will be going to Canada's Wonderland, located in Vaughan, Ontario. Now you may all be scratching your heads wondering, why are we going to Canada's Wonderland? Well, why don't we sit down and listen up? I was just getting to that point. Charlotte and I will take Barney, Angelica and Fleagle to Canada's Wonderland, where the Queen of Lions went to as a child, and she hasn't been there since 2019. The fourth wall will be shattered, and I facepalm. Oh well, back to the swell adventure. We would all hop in our car, and Barney and Fleagle will pay us gas money to get to the theme park, and it will sound like we did that on the way to the park. Then we would have to find a parking spot, and most of the spots will be full. God damn it, I said, as Barney pointed out a spot, so we took it to park before anyone else could. As we all got out of the car, Fleagle asked if we could play the games. I told him that we would have to get tickets first and head inside, then we could get to play the games. Angelica was eager to ride the rides, as she's in a hurry to get in the park. Of course, to get the tickets, there will be long-ass lineups to get them. Most of the consisting of the following people are Karens with bratty children who don't give a shit, tubers in many different forms, YouTubers who are itching for their next AdSense paycheck, autistic man-children, teenagers who had the opportunity to go to Disney World, more autistic man-children. As soon as got our tickets, we will all go in with our bags being checked and tickets scanned. Once that was out of the way, Barney would say, "Drew, can we please eat first? Barney, you dumbass, you always get hungry when we go to these places, and why not we get on a few rides first?" As I said that, Fleagle will say, if we could go on Dragonfire, and I would say sure, let's all go. As we got in line, Angelica asked if we could cut in line, but Charlotte will tell her to behave herself or she will not get any sweets for the whole week. As Angelica behaved herself, then, when it was our turn, we head in over to the roller coaster. Then we all enjoyed our ride at Dragonfire. We also went on the other roller coasters as well. We went on Stunt Coaster, Flight Deck, Behemoth, Leviathan, Yukon Striker, Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, Wild Beast, The Bat, Ghoster Coaster, Silver Streak, Taxi Jam, Thunder Run, The Fly, Vortex and Time Warp, and those roller coasters were very swell. However, Barney did puke on the Yukon Striker mid-ride, when he said he didn't feel so good, so he puked all over us during the ride, and it was so disgusting. We all headed for the showers to get cleaned up. Then I said to Barney that, if he didn't feel so good, then he should sit out of a certain ride, as we don't want any more sickness during this trip. Barney will apologized and said that he couldn't help it. I swear that Barney puking is worse than when he eats spicy curry and gets red hot farts or runs. Charlotte suggested that we go on some thrill rides, and I said that it was a swell idea. The first thrill ride we all went on was the Drop Tower. However, Charlotte and Angelica had to sit out on this one, since it was 230 feet high from the ground, so me along with Fleagle and Barney went on the ride. As we went high up, Fleagle said that he's never been on a ride like this one, and I told him that I am scared of heights, but since he and Barney are with me, it isn't as bad as I thought. Then, when we went down super fast, we all screamed like ah. As soon as the ride was over, I swear to myself not to go on that ride again. I can see why Charlotte and Angelica both sit out on this ride. Then we rode the Lumberjack Ride, and it was swell, even though we went upside down at one point. We all held in and screamed and laughed. Even Barney said being upside down was making him dizzy. After that ride, we all headed over to Riptide, where Barney had to sit out, as he was feeling dizzy from the last one, so Fleagle stayed back with him, while Charlotte, Angelica and I rode the Riptide. Sure, Charlotte and I did get a bit dizzy, but Angelica was having too much fun to be dizzy. As soon as we got off of the ride, we all decided to head over to the Shockwave ride, but since I didn't feel like riding this one at the moment, Charlotte went on the ride with Angelica, while Fleegle and Barney got me something to drink and a snack for us all. As I sat down from feeling dizzy from the last ride, I can see Charlotte screaming my name. I looked to see that Charlotte was laughing and screaming my name to wave to me, as I waved back. After Charlotte and Angelica got off of the ride, Barney and Fleegle got them a snack and a drink to go with it. Then we headed over to see if we can find another swell ride to ride in. We soon went towards the Wild Nightmares ride, and we all had a fun time riding it, and it was very super duper swell. After that, we headed over to Soaring Timbers, and Fleegle ended up getting puked on by another person behind him. He then said to me about what happened. It turned out that the person who puked in Fleegle had ate being a crazy ride, and it was just after he ate, and it was not a smart move of that person to do that. We will then clean Fleegle up. Then we headed over to Wonder Mountain's Guardian, and we all had a swell time shooting at the stuff you can't shoot it in the Wonder Mountain. After that ride, Angelica said that she was really hungry. Then we all decided to have a pizza. We ordered lunch and Barney was eating very fast. He had a few more slices, so I had to say, Barney, please leave some food for everyone else. You had too many slices of pizza already. But Drew, I am so hungry and this pizza is stupendous. Barney will say. Then Fleegle will say that if he eats too much, he will puke again if we go on another crazy ride, and that it was not a good idea. So Barney will just listen to us for once. Charlotte said that the pizza was good, and it was very swell. Now the food prices at Canada's Wonderland are expensive and crazily overpriced at times, so I am not gonna rant on that, as this trip is supposed to be funny and very swell. Then we rode the Cyclone and we all had a swell time on it. Then, when we rode the Sledgehammer, we all enjoyed the ride, but since Barney let out a massive fart after the ride, he was rushed by Fleegle to the bathroom, so that he wouldn't have an explosive potty emergency at the park. When Charlotte and Angelica headed over to Skyhawk, we rode that ride and it was super swell. By the time the ride was over, Barney and Fleegle came back, and Fleegle said that Barney clogged one of the toilets and that it almost flooded the bathroom. I will then say, God damn it, Barney, you need to have better control of yourself and your bowels. I swear to God, how will anyone have to deal with toilets getting clogged at theme parks? As we all headed over to the Windseeker, Barney and Fleegle both had to sit out, as they had a weight limit in the ride. And since Fleegle saw that, Barney was denied to ride the ride, so they both went on the slingshot ride together, which they let Barney ride it surprisingly. As they rode the slingshot, Charlotte and I decided to both ride the Extreme Flyer together, and we enjoyed the ride very much. That it was super swell. Once we all met up again, we all decided to ride Clockworks and it was fun. After we rode the ride, we all headed over to the bumper cars to have some fun, while Fleegle heads over to play the ring toss game to win a prize. He managed to get a stuffed bear for a prize. Then we went on Whitewater Canyon, and we all got soaked and wet after the ride. Charlotte's hair was drenched as well as my shirt and pants. Barney made a joke asking if I had the runs in them. God damn it, Barney, what did I say about making those jokes at the park? This isn't some droll pasta with bad stories in it. Then we all headed over to ride the Vikings Ridge, and we all enjoyed ourselves on the ride. When we got to Timberwolf Falls, we all got wet when the coaster hits the water, and we all liked the fact that it was a swell ride. When we got out of that ride, we headed over towards Swing of the Century and had a great time. However, Barney and Fleegle were too big for the ride, so they headed over towards the Spinometer, which we joined them. When they were in line to ride it, we all rode the ride and Barney almost stumbled. When the ride stopped and all got out, he said that he needed a drink, so Fleegle got him a slushie and it tasted very swell. Barney and Fleegle both wanted to race each other on the Speed City Raceway ride, and we all watched as they did so. Fleegle was a good driver, while Barney kept crashing, as he was being the fat dinosaur he is. We all rode the Flying Canoes ride, and we all enjoyed ourselves on the ride. After we got out, Angelica wanted to ride the classic antique carousel, which we were all on horses, while Barney and Fleegle were standing with us. Seeing that Barney was too big to ride the horse and Fleegle said that he had a hard time getting on one. As we finished the ride, we all headed over towards the Planet Snoopy and Kidsville section of the park. Seeing that Angelica wanted to ride the rides there, We all went on the Snoopy-themed rides. We even played some of the games and won prizes, although Fleagle won most of them, seeing that he loved playing the games. The Swan Lake ride was one where me and Charlotte rode with Angelica, while Barney and Fleagle headed over to get some ice cream. By the time Charlotte, Angelica and I met up with Barney and Fleagle, we all had ice cream before heading over towards the water park section. We all changed into our bathing suits, then we all played in the pool areas of the park. We also rode the water slides and they were all very swell. However, Barney had an accident when he had a potty emergency in the pool. God damn it, Barney. You had to take a shit in the pool? You dumbass, this is one of the worst things you have done. I said that to Barney, and he said that he couldn't help it, but it didn't bite, since the pool we were in had to be cleaned due to Barney's accident in the wave pool. After we left the water park, the sun was setting and it was dinner time. So Charlotte suggested that we all head over towards Coasters to get dinner. We all had cheeseburgers with fries, shakes and root beer floats, and it was very swell. Although Barney did eat more than he normally did, as he is a food-hound dinosaur. Barney, please don't eat the whole place. I know you are hungry, but there are other people wanting to eat too. Charlotte will say. Yeah, Charlotte is right, Barney. You wanna save room for dessert. Hearing that made Barney think twice, so then he would not eat anymore, until we got dessert. After dinner, we all had funnel cakes with ice cream and strawberries in sauce on them. They were very swell. Then we got to watch a live show, before we all headed home for the night. And that, my pretties, were the time I went to Canada's Wonderland with my family and friends. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications to when the Queen of Lions uploads a new video, and roll the outro, because I am out, and have a super swell day, my pretties.